Holy airball, I had a rough week. Welcome to Harry is Harry News, the only fake news outlet out there, and we're proud of that fact. And that's the only fact you're gonna hear all day on this channel. So last week we had NFL Pick Ems, and I did mention I was sick, and that's probably the excuse that I'm gonna use when we take a look at how well we did last week. Let's just say I think I only got 5 correct choices. But to be fair, everyone struggled with last week. Last week was a really crazy week, okay? And although my ego is taking a loss here, at least my point that I'm trying to prove over the course of this season is doing well for me. Because look at my coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are 25-20 with this coin. Look at this last week we had. We only had 6 losses and we took home 8 dubs. That's a winning record. And so last week, how I was in the 78th percentile and my coin was in the 39th percentile. Well, let's just say I've moved down to 76.3, which honestly isn't that much, but my coin moved up almost 10%. My coin is almost better than 50% of people, which is kind of crazy. It's ranked 670,000. That's insane. So my coin is climbing the leaderboards. I'm trying to stay afloat, kind of in the same spot. Here's my percentage correctness. I was about 66% correct, got 2/3 of games correct. I've dropped down to 61% now, and my coin is at 55.55555%. It's more correct than it is wrong, my coin, which is crazy because it's a coin flip. But hey, my coin's just goated like that, all right? And I have to apologize to the coin because last week I made fun of it and I told it is gonna be wrong. I made fun of it. I didn't trust in its process. And look what happened. The coin outed me as a fool, all right? And let's take a look at how our experts did last week, all right? They did kind of like a coin would do. Subtracting the best bets, Kyle went 8-6 and Pete went 7-7 last week. So they did better than me, but not as good as my coin. This is one of the only weeks so far that the experts have been better than me. The other weeks I've been pretty decently better than them. I don't know, they've had some good weeks here and there, but I've been more consistent than them, let's say, because my record is still better than both of them. The NFL experts are losing to a college kid who drinks Mountain Dew and plays Donkey Kong Bonanza all day or Mario Galaxy. And these guys are paid the big bucks to study sports and tell you what the best bets are. And they're still losing to this college kid that sometimes wets his bed still. Anywho, let's look at their records. Right now, Pete is doing better than Kyle. He's correctly guessed 43 out of 77 games, which gives him a slightly better correctness than my coin. He's at 55.8, so my coin is 0.3% correctness behind him. Meanwhile, poor Kyle has been behind our coin for a while now, but at least he's in the positive now. He has been since the start of this season a negative record, or he's been under the 500 line. Now he's at 52% correctness. So congrats, Kyle, I guess. Good job, buddy. It took an NFL expert 5 weeks to finally have a winning record when predicting NFL games, when really it shouldn't be that hard, in my opinion. At least don't look at last week. Last week it was pretty hard to predict the right ones, but over the course of time you can kind of tell which teams are going to win and lose, right? Anywho, remember guys, they're sponsored by FanDuel, so I wouldn't trust what they say because they get paid by FanDuel to tell you which bets to make on FanDuel. That doesn't make sense. I'm not saying they're clued in with FanDuel, I'm just saying they're partners. They're partners. They're making money off each other in a sense. It looks shady. That looks pretty bad. All right, let's take a look at the power rankings from FanDuel, our favorite company that pays our NFL experts to tell you how to bet. Looking this week, I don't have too much to point out that I'm mad about, other than the Chiefs moving up a spot for losing to the Jaguars, who of course moved down a spot to number 16 for beating the Chiefs that are currently ranked number 4. Because that makes sense. The Texans are all the way moved up to number 11 when no, they've not been having that kind of season. They're not them. They have a losing record still. They've only won 2 games, right? Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? I don't know why the Texans are up this high. All they did was beat the Ravens, who suck. We found out who suck without Lamar Jackson. That's not really showing anything. I don't get the 49ers, Buccaneers, and Seahawks all moving down. They all showed they are quality, strong teams that should actually be moving up over the Vikings, over the Texans, maybe even over the Commanders. Those 3 teams are being underrated right now, even Jaguars too. These teams are all being underrated right now. And I don't know how the Cowboys are all the way down in number 24, right? Like if you're gonna throw the Texans higher, why are the Cowboys this low? Why are the Steelers this low? This isn't computing for me. I think they got a lot of shit backwards. And still, the Bears are not at number 32 yet, so what are we doing, FanDuel? And with all that said and done, I think it is time for me to do my week 6 predictions. That's what makes sense for me. So we're gonna hop right in here. And right before we get started, I want to let you know that I'm going to be out of town next week, so I'm also going to show you my week 7 picks. But first, we'll go through our week 6 along with the coins picks for week 6. So let's get started with this first game, Eagles versus Giants, Thursday night football. Really, I see the Eagles taking this one. I think they're just too heavily strong. I don't think the Giants would pull off the upset, but like we've seen last week, anything's possible, huh? Broncos, I'm going to take over Jets. Colts, I'm going to take 1,000 times over the Cardinals. I'm sorry, Cardinals. I'm sorry. Chargers over Dolphins makes sense. Here, this is where I want to get kind of playful, right? A lot of my expectations are getting flipped upside down here. Let's get cheeky with it. Let's throw the Browns down to beat over the Steelers. Possibility. I can see the upset happening. Next, we got Cowboys versus Panthers. I see Cowboys taking that. Seahawks versus Jaguars. This one's going to be interesting. This one's going to be a good game to watch. I kind of want to pull Seahawks here. I think that's going to be my choice. I don't have much reasoning for it because I could really see it going either way. Seahawks, I'm just feeling they might have that. They might be wanting that game back that they lost to the Buccaneers last week. So they might have that oomph, you know, they're a little bit more oomph in them. Rams are going to beat up the Ravens. Ravens have no identity without Lamar Jackson. I don't even know if he's returning. If he's returning, I think their defense still isn't going to get any better, especially against a solid team like the Rams. Here I'm going to pick Patriots over Saints. I got a lot of away games picked. This is crazy. But yeah, Patriots over Saints makes sense to me. They did really good against the Bills. And the Saints, I guess they pulled off a win against the Giants, but still they're looking kind of shitty. Raiders, I'm picking over Titans. Ooh, and then you got Buccaneers versus 49ers. This one, I don't think it's an 80-20 swing. This is what it's looking like. 80% people picking the Buccaneers. And I'm kind of leaning towards Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. They just know how to pull it off. They just know how to do it. The 49ers are good, and I think I've been underestimating them for a majority of the season. But I guess we'll have to see in this game. It could go either way. I want to put Buccaneers down just because I think they got that oomph, especially at home, to pull it off. Packers. Oh, please, dear God, beat the Bengals. I don't know if I'll do if the Packers lose against the Bengals. I'm quitting YouTube if that happens. Kidding. I guess I have to put some protection on that. Don't hold me to my word here, all right? We're fake news here. And then Chiefs versus Lions. I wonder if the Chiefs are gonna like go strong, like since they got like knocked out by the Jags last week. But I kind of just believe the Lions got that right now. The Lions just got that, and I wouldn't mind to see them beat up on the Chiefs a little bit more. And then Bills versus Falcons. I think this one might be closer than people are anticipating. Only 4% pick the Falcons to beat the Bills. Do I take that? Oh shit. I kind of want to get another cheeky pick in here. Let's do Falcons over Bills. Okay. And then should I go Bears over Commanders? Should I go 2 for 2? Like my heart tells me I can never pick the Bears to win. But if I'm being honest, this might be a closer game than I'm expecting. Remember, the Bears were supposed to beat the Commanders last season, and then the game-winning Hail Mary, Commanders won. Oh, I'm going to go Bears this time. They want that revenge game back, and they're going to score 45 points as per usual. Oh, I had a couple cheeky picks towards the end here. Let's see if they pull off. I just don't like that only 4% picked the Falcons over the Bills. Should I go one more cheeky pick? 49ers over Buccaneers? Should I? Let's see what my coin goes. I'll let my coin decide if I should have been cheeky or not. All right, now we're on week 6 for my coin. Time to pull out Mr. Lincoln. How are you feeling? Heads is home, tails is away. We're going heads home. The Giants are gonna upset the Eagles. Coin, you crazy dog. You crazy motherfucker. Heads again. Jets are gonna beat the Broncos abroad. My coin is getting crazier. Heads 3 times in a row. Okay, Colts over Cards. I like it. Smelling good, smelling like copper pennies. Heads 4 times in a row. Dolphins are beating Chargers. This coin is lopsided, except for this one. Tails, Browns beating the Steelers. You know, I had that pick too. I did put that down too. We'll see. Heads again, you crazy motherfucker. Panthers beating the Cowboys. Dude, I got so upset with my coin last week. I can't get upset with it this week. Although I disagree with it on 1, 2, 3, 4... 4.5 games. I was made a fool last week. You must trust the coin. The coin knows best. Tails. We are going Seahawks over Jags. Next, we are going tails again. Rams over Ravens. All right. I am liking these picks. Kinda. All right, heads going to Saints over Patriots. Interesting. And then we are going heads again. So that's going to be Raiders over Titans. I'm going to burp and sneeze at the same time. So we're just going to keep going. And it's going to be tails. 49ers over Buccaneers. The coin picked 49ers. I picked Buccaneers. We covered the money line. All right. We covered it. Coin and I got me covered. We're thinking smart here. If I don't win, my coin does. I love the look. Next, Bengals versus Packers. Please, 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 please. No coin, please. No, it picked the freaking Bengals. Coin, what are you doing, man? Don't joke about this, coin. And we're going heads. Chiefs beat the Lions. Okay, we will see that happen, maybe. And then tails, Bills over Falcons. I'm loving it. And then we are going tails, Bears to beat the Commanders. Interesting picks. How many points will be scored? 69. All right, that's a funny number. So that's going to be one that works. Let's see how week 6 goes. All right, I'll be watching in Cabo. Woo, living it up. And because I'll be living it up in Cabo next week, we also have to go through our week 7 picks because unfortunately I will not be able to make a video next week, but I'll be having a video auto upload something else next week so you can still have a treat to enjoy yourself while I'm enjoying myself. So for my picks, I'm going to say these are subject to change based on what I see happening this next week. You know, there could be injuries, there could be other dumb shit that makes me kind of change my opinion on some of these teams. So mine are up in the air to change, but my coin flips are going to be set in stone because the coin knows. It's omnipotent. It's omniscient. It knows. My coin knows what's going to happen. So it doesn't need another week to think on its week 7 picks. We're going to pick them now. First, we're going to do mine. Steelers versus Bengals. Steelers are going to beat the shit out of the Bengals. Rams versus Jaguars. Ooh, this one's gonna depend on how next week goes from both teams. But I kind of want Jags. I might pick Jags. That's my sneaky pick for this. I'm gonna pick Bears to beat the Saints. I'm gonna pick Browns to beat the Dolphins. I like that. Those teams just look stronger than the other two. Pick Patriots to beat the Titans. Sorry, Titans, not looking good. Chiefs over Raiders, liking that. I'm gonna pick Eagles over Vikings. I'm liking that. Ooh, and then you got Jets and Panthers. This one's gonna depend on how next week goes. Oh, it's like a week by week basis how you see these two teams. I kind of want to put the Jets down here. I think the Jets might get their first win in the season. They have to get a win somewhere, right? Like they're not gonna go 0-17, right? You want to think? So I'm putting Jets down. Giants versus Broncos. I'm gonna go with Broncos. Colts versus Chargers. Ooh, I'm going Colts here. Colts are just looking too strong right now. I'm sorry, Chargers. Nothing personal. Colts are just looking too strong right now. That's a subject to change based on next week. Okay. A lot of these subject to change. Ooh, Cowboys or Commanders? I want to say Commanders are going to be back, baby. Commanders are going to be back. Ooh, it depends. It depends how well Commanders defense does against Cowboys. Because Cowboys defense is non-existent. Commanders can beat up on that. I'm going to stick with Commanders for now. Packers, I'm going to go to beat up on the Cards. Sorry, guys. 49ers or Falcons? I'm going 49ers. Buccaneers or Lions? Shit, that's going to be a good game. Oh, let me go Lions right now. Yeah, that feels right. Or Buccaneers. Let's go cheeky Buccaneers pick. And then Seahawks or Texans. I think Seahawks will take that pretty defiantly. All right, and 45 points scored. Now we are doing the week 7 for my coin. I'm kind of interested in the picks my coin has because my coin sees into the future. He knows how these games are going to go. And really, should I reset this coin? I know none of this matters. I know it's always a coin flip, but every week I always reset him. So I need him to give him a reset, the grand reset. There you go. Abe Lincoln, you got that refresher. Tell me how you're feeling for this first game. Bengals versus Steelers. We're going tails. We're going for a way. Steelers being Bengals. I'm liking this pick. We're doing good here. All right, I don't know what the hell that thing is, but we're going heads, and it's going to be Jaguars over Rams. Next, we're going heads. We're going to go Bears versus Saints. Bring it back to heads again, Browns over Dolphins. I'm liking these picks. 4 for 4 right now. I'm liking it. Tails, 5 for 5. I'm liking these picks right now. Back to heads, going Chiefs over Raiders. Oh my gosh, it's gotten the first 6 picks of what I did, I believe. Let's see if we can do 7 for 7. Tails, it is going 7 for 7. This is unprecedented, ladies and gentlemen. Then we are going heads, and that is Jets over Panthers. That's what I picked. Oh my gosh, the coin knows, the coin knows. And then it's going to be heads again. Broncos over Giants. Holy shit. We're over halfway through the week, and this coin is going word for word what I chose so far. Did I just pick the right week? Do I know ball? Tails, we have Colts over Chargers. I think that's exactly what I picked. Heads, we have Cowboys over Commanders. That is not what I picked. Finally, we have something different, okay? And then heads, Cardinals over Packers. Coin, what are we doing? Coin, no, please. What are you doing, man? First, we're going to lose against the Bengals, and then we're going to lose against the Cardinals? Come on, Coin, come on. Don't do me like this, Abe Lincoln. We're going back on track with the 49ers here. And then we're going heads another time. We're doing Lions over Buccaneers. I think I went cheeky. I think I went Buccaneers there. So we're differing there too. And then tails, Texans over Seahawks. Interesting. So the coin switched things up at the end. That's crazy. That I think it picked like 10 of the games I picked. I think we have very similar week 7. So hopefully that's going to be good for us and not going to do bad for us. Like I said, I'm still subject to change my weeks. My coin is locked in place though. 69 points going to be scored. Texans versus Seahawks. Be there. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's a little bit longer just because we had to go through 2 weeks of predictions. Let's hope I can have a better week than the experts, unlike last week. Let's hope my coin can have a better week than the experts, like it happened last week. A man can dream, so I can prove my point. I can be victorious. All right, guys. Have a good week 6 and 7. Enjoy yourselves. I'm not giving you gambling advice. Remember, I'm just a boy. I don't know shit. I'm doing my picks based off of vibes and a coin flip, all right? I'd never trust me. I wouldn't trust these NFL experts either because technically their checks are being written by FanDuel. All right, guys, signing out.